And we are back. We were experiencing a brief technical difficulty. Due to that technical difficulty, we have returned. So, because of the technical difficulty, which is taking place from Spreaker's end, we do apologize for that difficulty. However, due to that difficulty, they have relaunched us at full length. So because they relaunched us at full length, which I'm looking at my co-host, I will give you, upon her availability, because I know she will be leaving.
Yeah.
I will give you the full 3 hours plus.
He on BS, y'all. I got to get out of here.
Plus best shots fired for real. I love my listeners.
Did our other episodes say?
I love my listeners to the point that y'all normally get a 3-hour show. Today, y'all getting a 4-hour plus show, because you're going to get the initial time frame up to the point of the glitch plus additional time, because I could do that. Still Wicked Wednesday. No monkey don't stop no show over here, people. We get down. We still get down. Because we can. Because we're that good. That's how we get down. So, because we get down like that, we're giving you everything. So, with that said, for those of you who are already listening, I thank you. For those who are tuning in now, you're late. But you
Screw Spreaker.
But no, we can't say screw Spreaker, because then they'll cancel us and then we won't have no show. We like you, Spreaker. We understand sometimes things happen.
Not your fault.
It's not your fault. We like Spreaker. Spreaker's been good to us. I'm gonna be just like the guy on Saturday Night Live. Spreaker been very, very good to me. Spreaker has been very, very good to me.
I can tell you what wasn't good. That damn State of the Union last night. That fool looked a fool. You should have seen that hair. The whole Democratic Party was sitting over there when everybody else was standing. They looking like, bitch, bye. Then when he kept calling out, he called out the family from the MS-13. They got killed over in where was these people
called
at?
out the family to the MS-13.
No, so it was a family. It was a family killed by the MS-13.
Oh,
it was a family there. Someone had got killed, and so he had them on there trying to get sympathy for why. See, he thought he was slick on why he doesn't want the immigrants here. Talking about the criminals.
Gonna pull up.
Yes, he did. He pulled that car. I promise you, he did. Then he had a guy from ICE who was on there, who was ex-military and all this other stuff, and he was of some other ethnicity himself, but also how they had put out a hit on him. Baby, that fool pulled it last night. He is so rude, and he rude.
So he's the type of person. This is what the burnt mango does. In order to try to prove his point, he'll find the worst of you.
Yep.
And then put them on the spotlight
to get sympathy and empathy.
To try to get you fools who believe him to think everybody that falls under that is the same.
And baby, the Democratic Party was sitting over there like this, like for real.
Like, okay, so we don't want black people, so we're gonna find some ignorant black gang members, put them on camera, and say, see, this is what black people do. No, that's what they do. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the MS-13, which I am familiar with the MS-13.
Which I am because of my job. I have no choice.
And I'm familiar because I have members of my family who are actually members of the MS-13. Yes, I have said
Matter of fact, this family was from Staten Island.
Now, here's the thing. The MS-13 stands for the Mara Salvatrucha. They are, first of all, he's going to try to spin it to make you believe, oh, this is why we don't want Mexicans in the country. Well, here's the thing. Let me educate you.
They don't want them there.
Let me educate you on the MS-13. First of all, the MS-13 ain't Mexican. They're from Central America.
Yeah.
Mostly, they're from areas like El Salvador. That's not Mexico.
But you know, he's so stupid. He doesn't realize there's so many different countries and so many different descendants of the Latino ethnicity.
Everybody who's Latino isn't Mexican. I'm Latino. I'm not Mexican. I'm Costa Rican. There's a difference. That's Central America. Most of the people who are recruited through the MS-13 are either from Nicaragua or El Salvador or Panama or some area of Central America.
But he talking about build a damn border for Mexico. He's so smart.
In fact, the vast majority, one of the main criteria to the MS-13 in California is that you're not Mexican, because they created the MS-13 in America because the Mexican gangs were ganging up on them. Dummy. That's like saying that, the Zopound is the same thing as the African American gangs. It's not. Zopound is a gang that's primarily based upon Haitians. So Zopound is majority a Haitian gang. Zopound ain't the same thing as the Gangsta Disciples or the Vice Lords or the Stones or anything like that. Zopound is made up of Haitians who were not included amongst African Americans, and they were finding themselves being accosted because they were Haitian, so they formed a unit known as Zopound. Now, how do you know how I know about Zopound and all this other stuff, and how you can find out how this stuff it really unfolds the way it is? It's because there's a TV show, if you have cable, if you have it, called Gangland.
I got them on DVD.
Are you familiar with the show?
And they got DVDs. Go to Hulu, Netflix, all that.
If you watch Gangland, which comes on, if I'm not mistaken, on Friday mornings, if you watch Gangland, it breaks down every single gang that has actually been featured on Gangland, especially the origins and what the purpose or root of that particular organization is.
But again, I don't want to get off subject here about number 45, not my president.
Mango.
Yeah, he was being extremely snubbed, and like I said, the Democratic Party is just really for real not feeling him, and they seen through all his smoke and mirrors. He also had a guy on there, some army guy, who saved someone's life, made a trachea with a pen, and I'm all for army love. But he had all these different shenanigans. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember nobody having all this at no damn State of the Union to try to prove their damn point. He do too much. That hair was flopping. Somebody did a bad hair job on him, and you couldn't even see his neck. He had this thing up to here. That man looked a fool last night.
Here's what Donald Trump does, and all politicians do this, but he takes it to a upteenth level. There's a word. I'm going to teach y'all a new word today, ladies and gentlemen. A new word, chittens. Gather around. Get on the mat. I'm going to treat y'all like y'all in kindergarten. Get on the mat because it's story time. And the word for today is pandering. Now, what does pandering mean? When a politician gets on a State of the Union address, be it Democrat or Republican, their main thing is they're talking to their particular interest group,
which he was doing,
which is primarily the people that voted for him. Now he's going to pander to them. What does that mean? He wants those individuals who voted for him to believe that he is doing what they voted for him to do, so to ensure that he is still on course, which in turn will allow them to feel, he's still on course, he's still looking out for my interests. So when 2020 comes around, if he decides to run again, they will feel confident in running again. Now, when Now, breakdown of the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. Let's break down the Republican Party because that's what he represents, the GOP. The Republican Party uses certain keywords. The Republican Party is primarily focused on pandering to people who like to be false patriots, who like to believe in military strength. So he's going to pander to that.
And
so
that's
what
why
is
he
he going to
kept
do?
at that.
He's going to keep bringing in military personnel.
And he keep giving us stuff allegedly. I gotta check to see if it's really in progress. But yeah, that's what he's calling stuff back in military, and he keeps talking about military strength. Then he kept somebody else being strong. So something else he talked about.
Every Republican.
He talked about bringing. He said it's in motion to bring the automobile plants back here in the USA, so it can have more jobs.
Won't happen.
He claimed he got it in motion. I don't believe it when I see it.
And the reason it won't happen is because it's bad business. One, the thing is, and the reason that these plants left, just like the steel mills left, is because of the fact of one, tax rate, and two, the fact that they can get cheaper labor overseas because of the labor unions and labor laws in the United States.
So that's something else he talked about. He talked about why does it take like 10 years for people just to get permits or something to build, or why it takes so long to build. He said he's steering away clear of that. He said even with roads, he said I'm trying to make it so that you can have your building or whatever you need built within a year to 2 years. He said this is ridiculous. How are you going to do that?
First of all, there's a little thing with an infrastructure
he talked
that
about
must take place.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, there are permits that need to be given. There's zoning
That's what he talked about. He said that takes too long.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Raw the Reflex of the Hip Hop Pharmacy. I'm going to stop the music right now. Due to the fact that Spreaker.com, which is our parent organization that allows for us to broadcast this show, is going through some technical glitches and technical difficulties based upon that they are working on their systems, we are going to have to preempt this particular broadcast. So episode 160 will be deleted, and we will
start again tomorrow.
Start this episode 160 tomorrow at full length. Due to this, I want to apologize to those who were listening. This is not a glitch coming from our end. This is a technical glitch coming through the company end. Unlike other radio stations, when there's a technical glitch,